sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, man. Kevin Durant is probably expected to be back game 3 or 4. More likely number 4. I linked our article in the description. Let's talk about if they need Kevin Durant to win a series, and how effective can he be if he does come back game 3 or 4. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Don't forget, we on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links in the description. You also can reach out to your boy email if you want to make a donation to the channel. That link's always in the description. Shout out to everybody. Donate. Best way to help out is also donate to share the videos. But a report, I think Chris Haines from Yahoo Sports, shout out to Chris Haines, really got much love. Chris Haines said that pretty much Kevin Durant is expected to be back game 3, earliest game 3, but more likely game 4. He's been doing individual drills. Teammates say he's been looking pretty good. So Steve Kerr says in the article, I link in the description, on the article link, that he got to go through a full practice before he can get into a full game. So we seen DeMarcus Cousins out there. He really wasn't effective last night. I think it's a little bit different. Cousins blew out his Achilles, couldn't really get his wind up. He was starting to get his wind up through the season, getting to the playoffs. I felt like he could have started to hit his stride for this year. Not a prime boogie or the best boogie we see, but pretty much a good stride for this year. He tore his quad, totally different scenario. Kevin Durant does not hold or put as much weight as Boogie Cousins put on. He's only been gone for 6 games now, so about a month, maybe about a month and a half a month. So for me, the wind and it's no issue. For me, it's gonna be how ginger or how stable is that torn calf muscle or that strained calf. And it's an injury he had before, so it's good to already have walked that path. But you really want to know how stable that muscle is, and can he catch a rhythm? Because if he come in and he can't catch a rhythm, how effective he will be. Because with that calf muscle, they put him on Kawhi, he gonna take advantage of him. He put him on Pascal, he gonna take advantage of him. So do they delegate him to a spot up shooter and just hit these open shots, and we just gonna post you up? And then also it's the rhythm of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to mess up Klay rhythm? Which Klay ain't really done shit. All right? He didn't have a bad game yesterday. But Klay, to me, is looking mad overrated. I don't know if it's because he's giving the majority of his energy on the defensive side. But he ain't hitting shit. But he always can go nuclear. That's somebody you got to look out for. You don't want to let him go off. You live with Curry going off in this scenario without KD going out there. But you don't want Klay to go off. Klay is way more nuclear than Steph Curry, believe it or not. But will he mess up Steph Curry rhythm? Will he mess up Klay rhythm when he come back? And if he messing up that rhythm and he ain't able to score, then it is what it is. Does Steve Kerr keep that same movement with KD out there, less ISO, and just tell KD just continue to cut and keep him in and keep the offensive perspective and kind of keep it rolling? But really, when you look at it, they ain't really played nobody, man. Houston ain't shit. Remember when Kawhi Leonard, he was out, he was out for game 6 versus them, and Houston and Popovich pretty much conceded that, and James Harden choked. Like Portland, ain't nobody really scared of Portland. They don't have Nurkic. They don't have a third scoring option like your Prime Melo or Kevin Durant over there that make you shaking your boots. They don't have nobody that's a consistent shooter out there outside of McCollum and Damian Lillard. You're not scared of Mo Harkless. You're not scared of Evan Turner. You're not scared of Aminu. You're not scared of nobody, bruh. Really. And with Ramadan going on, man, Enes Kanter less effective. So really, they had a cakewalk. They hadn't played nobody, bruh. They had a lucky draw. Houston is always going to fold like a tent. They didn't have to go against Denver, which I think Denver was a little bit too young. I think Denver could at least got a game from Golden State. I think they would have. But, they didn't have to go against LeBron. So pretty much this is their only real test in the playoffs, in my opinion. This is their only real test, but like I said before, it all depends on what type of shape and what type of health Kevin Durant is in, because if he ain't going to be out there effective or he ain't going to catch his rhythm by the time this series is in a critical game, a closeout game, or a win and go home situation or a 7th game, you know, then is he gonna hurt? Is he gonna set the offense back? Are they gonna have to reacclimate him in there? If I'm Steve Kerr, I keep that same movement going out there with Kevin Durant in or out, with Cousins in or not. I'm running that same movement offense. I'm playing through Draymond. I'm running Steph Curry and Clay off screens. You know, and I'm doing the same with Kevin Durant. I'm moving him around. No more ISO ball. Even if we need a bucket in crunch time, I'm still running that offense. But do they need Kevin Durant to win this series? I'm going to say yeah. Everybody just thinking like Toronto a cakewalk, like, oh, they going to get swept. Nigga, did you know matchup? Milwaukee was actually the tougher matchup for Toronto. I'm not talking wins and losses. I mean as a matchup. For they shorter guards like Van Fleet and like Kyle Lowry, the length of Giannis, Brook Lopez, Mirotic, you know, all that length out there, even Kawhi and Siakam. Siakam was really neutralized in the last series for the most part because of the length of the Milwaukee Bucks. And the rim protecting of Brook Lopez and Giannis. Look here, man. Without Kevin Durant out there, they ain't got that length or that rim protector. And the Bucks had a lot of length. Mirotic, Ilyasova, you know, Brogdon is a straight guy. You know, Eric Bledsoe ain't no little dude. You know, they had a lot of length out there. Length coming off the bench. So, like I said before, that's a totally different matchup. The Warriors play good defense, but the Milwaukee Bucks, they length bother shots, especially shorter, stockier guards like Kyle Lowry and Norman Powell and Fran Van Fleet. You know, and people forget the Raptors missing OG Abawi. If they had him, I think that's another guy they can throw on Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, that really a lockdown defender. You know, but with them not having Cousins and Looney and Gasol having all the experience, he hungry to get his first championship. Like, they need Kevin Durant to win the series, in my opinion. And last night, Kyle Lowry didn't shoot well. Kawhi didn't shoot well. Ibaka didn't shoot well. Kyle Lowry probably due to show up in one game. Maybe none with him, but I'm going to say he due to show up in one game. Ibaka due to show up in one game. Kawhi Leonard due to show up in a couple games. You know, and I think Siakam going to have his way, have it his way. So they need Kevin Durant. People think, oh, the Warriors can do it. Look here, man. Steph Curry, that was one of his best performances in the finals game, in my opinion. That was one of his best performances, dude. Usually he don't play that well in the finals, you know. Draymond Green, he played like shit last night. You know what? I lay off Draymond Green. Draymond Green is scared to shoot the rock. He remind me of, it seemed like he was a better scorer a few years ago, but he remind me of Ron Artest. When Ron Artest was a scoring machine and he just fell off and stopped being able to shoot the ball and just garbage. They need Kevin Durant. Don't let nobody else tell you that shit. They need KD to win this series. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, with Klay having to be on Kawhi and, you know, defend other perimeter players and probably Siakam. Without Kevin Durant out there, Klay not going to have the legs to go out there and give you 30, 40 points. Steph Curry will because he don't play no fucking defense. He not asked to be on the primary defender. And if I'm Kyle Lowry and I'm or Van Fleet and I'm Nick Nurse, I'm looking to really get those switches on Steph Curry to Kawhi Leonard. And I'm looking for Kawhi Leonard to get Steph Curry in foul trouble. I'm looking for to get them switches on Siakam and Norman Powell to be able to take Steph Curry off the dribble and draw those fouls to get him in trouble. But they need Kevin Durant. That's an integral part. When people looking at the Raptors, that's why I know motherfuckers don't know basketball. They look at the Raptors like they some type of G League team or they not better than the Houston Rockets. They not better than Portland. Houston ain't shit with Mike D'Antoni at the helm. With James Harden there. Nigga, give me Kawhi over James Harden. Easily. Give me Pascal Siakam over Chris Paul. Easily. Give me Marc Gasol over Clint Capella. Easily. Give me them three over them. Right now. Right now. That team, the Raptors are by far better than any team the Golden State Warriors have played. Not saying the Golden State still won't win it. I figured that they'll still figure it out. But they need Kevin Durant. And let people keep pushing that agenda like the Raptors some type of fucking pushover. Listening to Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. Nigga, you listen to them for basketball advice. You don't know shit about basketball. If you can't get your own advice, your own opinion, nigga, look at the game. The Raptors, they need Kevin Durant to win this series. And he don't come back and be effective, they will lose this series. And that's either effective on the offensive end or the defensive end. But hey, Goodfellas Sports TV, Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if need be. All those links in the description. Intro, instrumental link is in the description as well. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing gets you 18% off the 100% all natural products, soaps, lotions, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much more. Website, promo code, description. Check out our NBA playlist, our Patreon as well. One time for the